concept because, I saw a quote from Ryan Tannehill, the quarterback of Tennessee, when they drafted Malik Willis, and he was asked about mentoring Malik and how he approaches that. And he said it's not his job to mentor Malik Willis. How do you approach that with a Brian Robinson? Is it your job to mentor him? Do you take a mentorship role?
What he said was not wrong, but I feel like as a leader of the team or just a player, he's in our running back room, and I'm going to treat him like family. So, yes, if he asks me for something, I'm going to help him. If he want to go and do extra, I'm going to help him. And that's just something you have to take on as somebody who's been here. Those guys come in and they look up. I definitely did. I had AP here. I got JD, and I was looking for those guys for help. So I would never do anybody like that.
Lord JD, why you do that boy like that? You too. What's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video. And in today's video, I'm coming on here to talk about Daron Payne. And apparently he walked off the field during yesterday's practice. And it's apparently due to the lack of contract talks that he's having with the Washington Commanders. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers, man. We're ever so close. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's get straight into today's video. So Daron Payne, man. If you guys don't know, yesterday was the first day of OTAs. And it was a good day. We got some good footage, some news, some really, the press conference, everyone really mingling. Excuse me. Mingling, getting to know each other. So it really wasn't nothing too serious. Press conferences happened. I love the motivation. I love the attitude of everyone. That's the word I'm looking for in the press conferences, man. Especially Antonio Gibson, because a lot of people swear Brian Robinson is coming here to take his job or whatever. Antonio Gibson is running back one. As simple as that. He's running back one, and it's nothing other than that. And I really like his attitude. He said he's opening arms, or welcoming Brian Robinson with open arms. I love that. Not a selfish attitude, a team player, a leader. And he even said that in the interview when he was asked about it, because a reporter asked Antonio Gibson, he basically referenced the Ryan Tannehill situation where he said it's not his job to mentor Malik Willis, and the reporter basically asked, Antonio Gibson the same thing. He was like, how do you feel about mentoring Brian Robinson? He says, whatever he's need, I'm going to help him with. I'm a team player and stuff like that. And basically saying he's welcome into the family, bro. He said the running back room is all the family. So I love that attitude, man. Nobody's selfish on this team, and I love that. What else happened? Jonathan Allen was talking about how he was trying to get fans into the seats in week one, and how it's a lot of things that he still has to work on, that we have to work on. It's day one of mini camp or OTA, so it's really not that serious. And it felt good to really get out there. He talked about Terry McLaurin's contract, things that's going on about him not showing up. He's definitely said, I'm taking the side of the player 100% of the time. He's been giving them tips about how to handle this situation. And he said he took a week off of OTAs last week during the contract talks because it got frustrating for him. And these guys are human. This is, he said it perfectly. He said, your life is about to change after you sign that contract, so you got to make sure everything is right. He said it's the team's job to not really lowball the player, but to keep it, fair for them so they don't have to go overboard. But it's Terry's job to get what he deserves. And I'm with Jonathan Allen. I'm on the side of Terry McLaurin. He deserves to get every penny that he wants, that he's asking for. So that was a little update with the press conference again. Not really too much, but to get into the main topic, and I didn't even see this yesterday. I saw it literally a couple hours ago. So apparently Daron Payne walked off of practice yesterday, and he declined to participate in the workout due to the lack of contract talks with the Washington Commanders. And me personally, I'm not going to say I'm surprised. I'm not going to say I saw this coming, but I'm definitely not surprised, man. We drafted for Darian Mathis in the second round. That was really the writing on the wall for me and for a lot of fans that made it clear that we're not re-signing Daron Payne. And I'm perfectly fine with not re-signing Daron Payne. I don't think he's proved himself to worthy of a second contract from us, at least. When he hits free agency next year, because I don't think we're going to re-sign him. When he hits free agency next year, he's going to get his money elsewhere. But here, I don't think he deserved to get a second contract. And no, I don't, for me personally at least, the incident with Jonathan Allen has nothing to do with it for me. Maybe for you and maybe for Ron Rivera and them, maybe that has something to do with it. But I personally don't, it doesn't have anything to do with it. I just personally don't think Daron Payne is worthy of a second contract. I feel like we can find Daron Payne anywhere. And simple as that, that's what we found with Fedarian Mathis. Daron Payne is not a game wrecker. He's not a game changer. He can't take over a game by himself. He's not a pass rusher. He is a run stuffer. He's a guy that just takes up space, and he doesn't create no interior pressure. We have all run stuffers, except for Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen is slowly growing into that. And Fedarian Mathis, he can rush the passer a little bit better than Daron Payne, but still, even him, he's a work in progress, and he's not really a pass rusher. Me personally, if this was my team, I would want pass rushers. I wouldn't want run stuffers, you know? I would probably get backups that I would substitute in and out for run support only. I wouldn't draft a D tackle that's mainly a run stuffer, especially in the first 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Again, Daron was never a serious pass rushing threat coming out of Bama. Neither was Jonathan Allen, but Jonathan Allen, he had a little bit of that already in him before the NFL, but he definitely got way better at it, and you saw that last year. And I was waiting for Payne to have a season like that, but he just hasn't. I'm not gonna lie. The year before, Payne was, I said I would keep Payne over Allen because he was coming off of a really solid year. It wasn't a season like how John Allen had, but this is before John Allen had, the good season that he had last year. I would say the 2020 season going into the 2021 season, I said, if we had to re-sign we can't keep both. If we have to re-sign one, it was going to be Daron Payne for me. But then Daron didn't follow up that season with a better season than Jonathan Allen. And Jonathan Allen proved to himself why he's worthy of the first-round pick and that contract extension, because he had himself a hell of a season. And I just don't think Payne is worth that, man. And I think, getting a second-round draft pick defensive tackle kind of rubbed him the wrong way, which it should. It should let you know that your job isn't secure, especially if you're taking a D tackle that high and definitely from Bama. But, again, I'm not worried about it at all. Payne's going to play this season out. We got him for this last season, and then we're going to let him walk to free agency. He's going to get his money elsewhere. And then we're going to have to probably draft another defensive tackle later in the next year's draft for some better depth. Hopefully Fedarian Mathis comes out the gate like gangbusters, man, and burst onto the scene, and he could just step right in and be that D tackle too, starting besides John Allen. He's coming from Alabama, a school that breeds D tackles, I would say. Well, at least we know. They don't play. Got the hard coaching from Nick Saban, and his mentality he already has the mental toughness, as John Allen said in his press conference. So, again, for me personally, man, I don't care that Daron Payne walked off of practice. He's only hurting himself for here. But then again, it's already done, in my opinion. I think once we drafted Fedarian Mathis, the writing was on the wall for them, and that was really definite for him here in Washington. But again, he is going to get a contract somewhere else. Daron Payne, he's good, but he, for me, isn't worth another contract. So we'll see. But I just wanted to come on here with that quick video because I was thinking about it, man. Daron really walked off of practice, man, or he declined to participate in the practice. JB Finley said he still. He did weightlifting with the team, so he was keeping it a little professional. But I guess yesterday he just didn't want to do it. I don't know. That's the quick glance. I didn't even do any deep dive into it because I just wanted to come on here and give my quick thoughts about the whole situation. So, yeah, man, it's me, boy Juan Gotti. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Daron Payne, is this his last season with us, or do you think we're going to re-sign him? How do you feel about this whole situation with Daron Payne? As always, it's me, boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Helps our Washington Commanders on the road to 4,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. We're ever so close. Thank you so much. Peace.